Okay, so yep. So this is full 42. We have a special guest, Ryan Bruns of Elf Creek Games. Sorry we're late again, but not quite as late as last time, right? So we're doing better, getting back closer to showtime. It's only 4 minutes late this time.
Only 4.
Cool. So Ryan, why don't you tell the 42ers all about yourself?
About me? Well, I won the
Or
lottery,
someone else if you want.
I can talk about Mike. That would be.
No, don't do that.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah, good Mike stories. Before I begin, look at this. I know it's not geek themed, okay? It's
That's
actually
fine.
a tiki thing.
I like it.
But I'm rocking it.
I appreciate. I'm doing the Batman one because this weekend on the 17th was Batman Day, so I figured a little nod to Batman. But yeah, I appreciate the tiki mug. That's very nice.
You're making me self-conscious about my little foam. I'm gonna draw a little.
Oh, it's okay.
face
I'm just having water.
Well, later in the show, it's this, but we haven't got there yet. But that's
very good.
I drew a little face on mine.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I expect faces on both of your cups by the end of the show.
I'm not drinking tonight. I had way too much wine yesterday, so
That works.
Can you really have way too much wine?
yes, you can when it's open bar. So yeah,
I think we need to talk about this. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I ended up spending the evening at the Universal Summit. It's like a distributor kind of thing, and it was in Toronto, and I was invited to go. So I ended up drinking too much wine, so I'm on water tonight.
Alan, you're funny. Hi.
Thank you, Alan.
Andrew?
Scott, I'm doing the Jack Honey and Ginger. As always, I don't know what Ryan is drinking.
Well, that was tequila you showed, right?
Tequila?
No, did you not hold up tequila?
Oh, that's later. That's bourbon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
That's bourbon later. So,
What's in the mug?
do you really want to know? This is embarrassing. I knew you were going to ask this. I should have made something really good in there.
Yes, you probably should have.
So what is
You're already.
it?
Here we go. I am an adult, I promise. It is Sour Patch Kids Red Berry Ghost.
What? I don't even know what that is.
We need to see the can again. What the hell is that?
They're not sponsoring this show. I don't know.
Oh my god, I've never heard of that before. Oh, it's an energy drink. Okay.
Can I explain why?
Yes, please.
Scott, don't knock it to you. It tastes exactly like liquid Sour Patch Kids, but
And that's good.
it's an energy drink. But I've literally been on video calls since noon today, so I was going, so I needed something to pick me up. So
Nice.
Hey, Scott. So I'm hitting that first, and then I'm hitting the adult libations later in the show. So
Nothing better than an upper and a downer in a show. On a
because as long as these show go, if I was hitting it from the beginning, I don't have the stamina that you do, Mike. I'd be too much wine Katia by the end of the show. So,
which could also help.
Yeah,
that would be fun to see too.
Yeah. See, zero peach mango nectar. There are Ghost fans watching.
I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is.
Actually, to be honest, my favorite is they have sour warheads like the candy. So every sip, you're just puckering up.
No, God, no, I couldn't do that.
It's really good.
Well, here we are learning a lot about Ryan.
Okay, wow.
I couldn't do that either.
This got off track really fast. So, a little about myself. Do you want how I got into all of this?
You were born? No.
Not that far. Sorry, the dog. Someone's home. So anyway, I got into games the usual route, right? The typical Ticket to Ride, Catan. I mean, I've always played Axis and Allies through high school, played a lot of those big games, but I guess yearly, for lack of a better term, about 2005 5 or so, and then I started getting into gaming, and I would bring these games. I was employed at a civil engineering company, and I'd bring these to work. We'd play them at lunch, and then I realized people would be like, I want to borrow this, or where did you get this? So I started going to my friendly local game store and like picking up for them. And I said, there's money to be made here somehow. And so I got a distribution account and started it was so weird. And no wonder it didn't take off. It kind of took off, but I would go into people's homes and teach them board games, kind of like for lack of a better term, like a Tupperware party or something. For real. Like this is like 2006. And I'd be like, here are these games. Here's how to play these games. Oh yeah, I want to order that one, order that one, order that one. I take their orders, buy them, deliver them. That's how and that was just like a weird side hustle.
Wow.
And then somebody's like, why don't you just do an online game thing? So I started an online game store just out of my garage and would just sell games. And meanwhile, I had a full-time job. So I was the customer service, the shipper, all of this stuff. So I was doing that all on the side, trying to maintain it. And it actually grew pretty quickly. Not miniature market kind of quickly, but it grew sizable. But back then there wasn't a miniature market or a cool stuff kind of thing. It was just smaller. Then my son, he has a genetic mutation, so he has a rare disease, and that hit out of nowhere. And so with that comes, we spent 30 days in the children's hospital, so that's not cheap. And so after 30 days in that hospital and just burdened with so many bills, I just said, that's it. I need to pay expenses. So I killed the company and sold all the inventory off. And I did Scott's here, so I can, is the great thing about Board Game Geek, is I started an auction selling, some of that was inventory, some of it was personal games to raise money to pay medical bills. And at the time I had publishers who I'd never met because I wasn't in the industry participate in that auction and donate games that they were going to ship to help me with the auction.
Wow.
And that was super huge. I thought, I mean, I wasn't in the industry. I didn't know anybody. So the fact that people would see this and the fact that regular Board Game Geek users would yell at other Board Game Geek users and say, this is an auction to raise money. That's a cheap bid. So I wasn't saying that, but other users were calling other users out, and it really touched me. I'm like, wow, this is such a cool community. So that would rally behind someone that they had never met. Yeah. And so that did very well. I had started a game group at that time that we were meeting once a week at my house and doing that. That game group grew and is now, when we were meeting pre-COVID, it's getting back to numbers. We're getting about 65 people out every 2 weeks to game night.
Wow.
We had a venue for it. We have over 200 people on the email list, but we have like Tim Fowers, Red Raven, used to have TMG in the game group. So we have a bunch of publishers in the game group,
nice,
which are really cool. But anyway, so from that, I just started, Mayday Games was local to me. And at the time, Mayday Games was selling Halloween costumes in anime. And they...
Yeah.
I know, very random. Like board games was such a tiny, minuscule part.
Wow, I had no idea.
And that was that's actually how I got the name for my web store at the time, is because I was the only person that would go to the warehouse and buy games, and so his employees just started calling me board game guy because they're like, "You're the only one that comes in here and buys board games. Everyone's buying costumes or anything else, and you're the only one asking for games." So, and then from that, I just started helping Mayday Games out on a part-time level. And they moved their warehouse near my civil engineering company's office. And then the owner of Mayday moved to China with his family. And at that time, they were having some difficulties. And so then I like doing side jobs, apparently. That's my calling in life. So I would spend my lunch hours going over to the warehouse and like, did this order get out? Did this get shipped? What is this? What is that? Hey, there's Mike.
Mike.
And it kind of became that kind of thing. And he wanted to bring me on full time. And I said, well, as soon as you can match my salary here at this company, then I will bounce. And so prior to that, I became the president of Mayday Games, still on a part-time level. And that announcement went out earlier than I thought. I remember I was on a job site and my phone started blowing up with people saying, congratulations. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, what happened? And that's what happened. I guess that announcement went out. So, and then he was able to match my salary. I walked away from the exciting world of land surveying and civil engineering, which is really great, and became full-time president of Mayday Games and started doing that. Which helped because all those years I was in that industry for 16 years. And so dealing with, at the time, Mayday Games there was some difficulties they were having, and it gave me some good perspective because working in an industry that's dealing with construction, there's a lot of angry contractors and clients and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I remember our shipping manager at the time, they were panicking because we had some really dinged up games that came in from Mayday from the factory, and there's a panic button, and what are we going to do? The sky is falling. And because of all the engineering trade, I'm so used to being like hauled into court because of something, or a building put a foot in the wrong direction. So he's like, you're so chill. I said, yeah, because I'm used to dealing with hundreds of thousands or millions of dollar issues. So the fact that we have a palette of dinged games isn't really making me sweat too much. We'll find a solution. So we'll come up with the problem solving, figure this out. But so I was with Mayday Games for quite a long time, and then parted ways with them and went to Queen. And after Queen Games, I kind of just started doing various projects for other publishers. That's how I came in contact with Mike, yours truly, there with the Tiki Cup. He and I were working together at Floodgate. And yeah, from there I went to helped off Duty Ninja, and now with Elf Creek Games. Hi, Mike. So the other Mike. So yeah, now doing that. That was probably very long-winded comment, but yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah,
that's kind of the background. So
done a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's I really love the gaming industry in so many ways, and not only just the games, the people that are in it, not only in the industry, but just the gamers that are. It's just great. It's so nice and so friendly, and it's a great environment to meet new people, and people are so welcoming, and
yeah, it's a great. You said it before. It's amazing. The industry, the people you don't know will help you out, right? And we've talked about on the show on how close it is, like literally close proximity in board games when you're playing with strangers. It's a pretty damn good community.
Oh yeah, people you don't know, you can sit and play a game and relate to something, and yeah, I love it.
Excuse me. We are going to talk about our top 5 games with unusual themes, but before we do that, we have a lightning round to put you through. Have you seen our lightning round before?
I have. I'm trying to remember. I'm now getting like nervous. Like, oh, what's
No, that's all right. We'll just judge you forever on how you do.
Yeah, we do that.
So the lightning round here. Let me share my screen. It'll be nice and quick and painful. So I'm going to reveal a question like this. You'll give me an answer, and we'll just go down the path. Down at the bottom, once we finish, it'll tell you, very scientific, what character, what thematic character you are most like. So it's never been wrong so far as I know, right?
No, it's been spot on.
100% accuracy. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And if it is wrong, then obviously you answered falsely. So that's how that works. All right. So let's just jump in. Fantasy or sci-fi?
Ouch. It's a tough one. Sci-fi.
Oh, nice. All right. I like it when they go down this path. Han Solo or Indiana Jones?
Solo.
Ooh, that was
Quick.
fast.
Very quick.
Yeah. Have the power to turn into a penguin or a panda? Very scientific.
Panda.
Panda. Nice.
I can relate.
Sean Connery or Daniel Craig?
Ooh, hesitation.
Yeah. They're great. Daniel Craig.
Oh.
Ooh. Some controversy right there. Oops, I hit the wrong button.
Was I the first person to hit that question and not do a Sean Connery accent?
No, I
think
think
so.
anybody's done the accent.
Okay. I would think most people, my mind went there and I just said, no, don't do that.
We'll get it out of you later when you hit the other bottle.
Yeah.
Now you just have to answer everything with a Sean Connery accent. Have neon green skin or hot pink skin?
Mike could answer that for me.
I immediately go hot pink skin.
Yeah, same. Because you can
Yep,
rock.
and-
I've seen you in a pink shirt, and you can rock a pink shirt. So I think you can pull
Oh,
off
thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
I like
You're
it.
going hot
that
pink?
skin.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Power of flight or telepathy?
Telepathy.
Ooh. Want to know what other people are thinking. Watch Grease or Dirty Dancing 100 times?
I would say Dirty Dancing
I've done one of these.
because I've had the time of my
moving on.
life.
Wow.
Own a pet dragon or Rancor?
Rancor.
What?
Mm.
They're awesome. Did you
No.
see?
Oh,
No
I
judgment.
saw. I
Ride
saw.
one? And yeah,
But
yeah.
dragons
No
can
judgment.
fly.
Yeah.
Oh, they can fly.
Always live in a cave or a treehouse? I like this. We're getting to see some new ones.
Yeah. Treehouse.
Treehouse.
Yes, Bailey, I did watch Boba Fett.
All right. Looks like the
Dragons
last
are-
question here. Person in the van or person getting shot at?
What?
So, the spy movies or someone's
Yeah.
in the van directing the spy or the spy being shot at. Which one are you?
I'm leaning on getting shot at, and an old Ice-T lyric is circulating in my head. But I'll do a person in the van.
Person in a van. So, scientifically speaking, that makes you Edna from The Incredibles.
That's amazing.
What?
Love it.
I mean, you're the same size, first of all.
It's true.
Edna.
Yep.
No.
Science.
Scientifically speaking.
Scientifically speaking.
Oh.
Yeah, like Jeremy pointed out, you passed on flight and the dragon. I'm curious if you have a fear of flying.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I just flew this weekend, so
I just flew this weekend on my dragon.
yeah, my dragon. I have Delta Sky Miles. I don't need a dragon. I just use the miles.
Nice. Perfect.
Oh, you drew the face now. I didn't.
What was that?
Your face. Your cup.
Oh, yeah. Someone asked it. Yeah. I just drew it with a pen I had right here.
This might be a thing now.
So now I'm
Well,
really the only one
I felt
without
left
face.
out. I didn't have the cup. Now I have a face with a cup.
Now you have a face.
I finally have a face.
Finally, you should give it a goatee.
Just totally ignoring.
That was quite the transition.
But wasn't it? It was a cat face. Can cats have goatees?
If Chris is drawing it, sure.
Yeah.
It's
the grumpy.
Oh, it's angry. That's grumpy.
It's grumpy. I would say grumpy.
It's grumpy because it doesn't have a goatee.
It's true. Who uses styrofoam anymore? Someone who is moved into their house and has not unpacked everything. So we're living off of paper plates.
I
And stuff.
love that comment.
It's a good comment.
Oh yeah, I had nightmares of that thing.
What?
The comic from last week. Yeah.
Ryan, if you have a chance, go look at last week's episode, and Chris showed us a comic he made when he was 12 years old called, wait for it, Massive Men.
Massive Men?
Massive Men. Yep.
I was
12-year-old
12. I didn't
Rocking
realize what that sounded like.
Yeah, it was good.
I will go back and.
Oh, you should.
Oh yeah, for those watching, if you didn't catch up on last week's episode, Massive Men is worth a look, a listen, a look, definitely worth a look.
Oh my!
But yes, our top 5 unusual games.
Yes.
Speaking of Massive Men,
Speaking of.
So top 5 unusual themes. Let's talk about first of all what that means to us, because there was some different opinions on what that meant. So Katia,
I'm not.
Tell us why Mike was wrong.
Okay, the theme is top 5 games with unusual themes.
Yes.
At no point does that say we'd want to play them. We would always play them. We don't want to play them.
They're the top 5.
But top 5 unusual themes, not top 5 games we'd play with unusual themes.
Top 5 games with unusual themes.
Unusual themes. That's how I read it.
But at no point does it say we would or would not play them. There's no clarifier there.
Take all the games with unusual themes. What are your top 5 that you would play in that?
Top 5 unusual themes.
Top 5 games with unusual themes.
Again, nothing about playing or not playing. Not top 5 games we'd stay away from with unusual themes. Just top 5 games that exist out in the world with unusual themes.
So, I'm curious, Ryan, what did you think it was?
I'll have to say I was leaning with my brother with the tiki mug. I was leaning top 5, not necessarily ones I'm pulling off the shelf to play all the time.
Oh, so, well, the reason why you're going that direction is because he's the one who told you what we were doing. So he probably explained it in his perspective.
Oh.
I did not. Ryan, did I?
He did not. He just said.
Literally,
okay, well,
to him that says this is what we're doing.
No matter how you interpreted the title of this, there's going to be a list for you.
So here's what's going to end up happening.
You guys did top 5 games you would play with unusual themes?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means that people will walk away from this episode having a list of 10 games that have very unusual themes, and then a list of 10 games with unusual themes that they should play. So that's the takeaway.
You don't know what I put on this list. They could be great games.
I played 4 of the 5 of mine, but
okay, all right.
I've played.
I looked at my top games, basically. Like, I don't have them numbered 100, but I looked at my top games and then picked out the ones that had unusual themes.
But what's unusual? That's what I want to know.
Well, that
was another thing. Yeah,
I think we just need to dive in and then we explain why we think it's unusual.
Sure,
true.
So who's gonna start us off? I think.
Mike doesn't play games. That's
That's right.
False. That's so false.
that. I know that's false. You don't play your games. You play other people's games.
That's
Hey,
more, there's more truth in that statement.
Mike, you and I sound so similar.
Yeah, seriously. This is all a green screen. This isn't even real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then you
have
need
a
to
lot of
fix the
interesting
troubles
games.
behind you.
No, and my box is correct.
No,
You can even look at the Dice Tower review of it. They got it the same way.
I know. All right, we won't talk about that.
You got it
All
up.
right, top 5 games. Who wants to go first?
Ryan
I'll go
should go
first.
first. Well, our guest should go first.
All right, you can go for. I thought you want to make fun of me, so I would have put myself out
we'll
there.
get there. We'll get
Go
there.
ahead. Go ahead.
This is number 5.
Yes. So
Okay.
number 5.
Or-
I'm
or
going to
you
share
can do
my
like I do it
screen.
and have it in no particular order.
No particular order. Okay.
I'm going to share my screen here so I can look up the game that you mentioned as we go.
So this game, when I got into the hobby, this came out Essen 2007. And this was back in the day where I would wake up during when Board Game Geek was at Essen, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night and watch the audios. Yeah.
Mm.
Uh,
Like 4 a.m.
But I remember this game being talked about, and then also a podcast that's also out there that talked about it. And I almost checked it out last year. I actually had people that wanted to play it at Board Game Geek Con last November. They have it in the library, and we didn't play it. And it's just, I don't know if it's any good, but it's probably not. But it's unusual theme. So the game is called Blasphemy. We're just coming out of the gate swinging. So in Blasphemy, you take part in the fate of the would-be Messiah. So every player is a Jesus.
Oh, wow.
So your aim is to convince your compatriots that your Jesus and your Jesus alone is a genuine article. So it says, to accomplish this, your Jesus must cut as an impressive figure as possible. You must give stirring sermons, perform miracles, attract devoted followers, and generally carry on in a Messiah-like fashion.
Wow.
Your Jesus must make every effort to discredit his rivals, and in the end must get himself killed. Yes,
Oh my
the price
God.
of fame was dear in those days.
I want to play that. I want to play that.
You are
Oh my
the
God.
you win the game if you're the first player to get your Jesus nailed up to the cross.
Come on, seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Oh, that,
And like Scott
Okay.
mentioned in the comments, it's a 4-foot long box. And the cover, if you went to the image, it's like the apostles playing pool and a woman around Jesus' arm on the cover of the box.
That's
It's
very
so blasphemous. It is very
Oh my
blasphemous.
gosh.
wow. Oh, they're playing pool. You're right.
Oh my God.
All right.
I want to play this. I want to play this.
This November or whatever, we got to find a copy and play it. At the gathering, we should bring it to the gathering or something.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
Ryan, I think you already win.
I vote.
Yeah,
I vote we stop our top 5 because that one wins. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything else.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
Great.
a good one.
that's your number 5. I just want to see his list at this point.
It's all going to be downhill from now. But
You came out of the gate with that one, and I'm with Jeremy on this. I don't know what the rest of your list is going to be. Holy shit. Wow. The cover, them playing pool. I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
has Scott played it? That's what I want to know. It's in his library. I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
Jesus.
All right.
And you said Jesus. That's funny.
Katia.
Are we doing so am I next on this?
Yeah. We'll just
We'll go down. Yep.
Take it easy.
Well,
there.
I'm gonna actually keep it up with the religious theme.
Sure.
My number 5 is Sagrada. I think
Oh.
that is an extremely unusual theme of assembling stained glass. And it's a fantastic game that everybody should have in their collection. So there's that. But yeah, that is I'm not even going to explain how it plays. Everybody knows the game because it's fantastic.
But do you get nailed to a cross at the end of it?
No, okay, maybe not to that point. I mean, there are tools to use in the game, so if you get creative, perhaps, I don't know.
There's a high bar set already.
I know. We're not going to be able to beat that, but that.
No, that's a good pick. I should have thought of that, actually. I'm surprised I didn't add that to mine.
Yeah, I didn't. I wouldn't think of that being. I mean, maybe just too close to the game, but I never would have thought of that being an unusual theme.
It is. Because
you're making a stained glass window. It's weird.
Yeah,
I remember thinking it was weird when it came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. It is unusual,
I guess.
Mike?
I don't even know where to go with this one now. Honestly. All right, I'm gonna go from the lowest ranked on BGG in my list. It's ranked 13,371 on BGG. It's by a very well-known designer. It caused a little controversy, and I thought that's where Ryan was going with this one. Kama Sutra.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So it's by Bruno Cathala, and basically what you're doing is you're in teams, and you flip a card, and it's got a position on it, and you need to pop a balloon in that position.
Oh,
that's the game.
This is whoa.
Like legit, it's an actual
that's
game.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, we really Mike and I are on the same wavelength here. Apparently, we're going.
Yep.
Hey Matt.
What a time for Matt to jump in too. Here, Matt. Here's some images.
Yeah, Matt, jump in right here at this. I think there's a video of there's a how to play on the Kama Sutra game. Is that what he's saying?
I misspoke. You're right. It's Fidudi, not Cathal.
Oh, that makes so much more sense now.
It's the Brunos. Yep. I forgot. I screwed up my Brunos.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. I remember when this came out, but I quickly dismissed looking at it.
I think we scared Matt out.
It took Matt all of a minute to be like, peace.
Yeah, Matt's out. He's like, I'm here. I'm gone.
Wait, did you see this part?
Yeah. I don't know the scoring. I don't know how it works. I just know that you got to pop a balloon in a certain position, and that's the game.
I thought you would score when you score, but I guess you don't.
Maybe.
Oh, yep.
There's no how to play videos. I can.
Oh, I'm sure there is. They're probably on like different channels. Yeah.
There you go.
And they probably don't use balloons. Maybe they use balloons.
Yeah.
I have.
Maybe they use it.
Do you think there's a missed opportunity on not having meeples instead of the other caricatures on the card?
Maybe.
Right? It's more,
Yeah, I guess.
It would have been more gamery if I had meeples, but
sure.
I don't think that's what they were going for here.
No, I don't think so either.
All right. Well, my number 5. I guess Ryan and Mike are going to be the comedy relief for the ones here, and Katia and I are going to talk about
Go far.
I think I already know one other game that Michael might mention based on this.
I doubt it. I went a little.
Wait, before the show, Mike, you said there might be crossover.
Yeah, I thought somebody would have had that on there.
Huh.
No, because we went for games that were actually good.
How do you know that's not good? That looks like it's a blast. Literally.
They do look like they're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone angry that they're trying to pop.
Is that one that you're going to have in the QSCon library?
I do not have this one in the QSCon library.
Although I think at all, if that's the case,
I think it would be the first and last QSCon.
Maybe next year. Unless I can get a copy in 2 weeks. Holy shit, 2 weeks. My God.
No, it's next week, is it not?
It's not this week, it's next week, which is it's less than 2 weeks.
1 week. Really?
Fucking crazy. Yeah, I think there might be a print and play of it. But I'm not 100% sure.
All right. I'm going to bring it back to games that you would be able to play in public, which is Euphoria.
I've never actually played it. I have it because the components are great, but I've never actually played it.
So it's a weird theme. What was that?
Go ahead.
I mean, you're not simulating. Okay, I'm not going to get into it, but it's a weird theme because you are in control of workers, and you are getting to decide if you are going to treat those workers like scum and take advantage of them, or actually like treat them well and stuff like that. And those are your two real paths to victory, and how you choose to use those workers and stuff. Now, the game itself, when you play it, it's more of a dice worker placement thing and stuff like that. But the theme, whenever you get in, like whenever you start reading like what you're doing and stuff, is really kind of weird and dark, and like, especially once you start realizing like, oh, if I pick up these 2 dice, that means that I'm like trying to make my workers dumber so they don't know I'm abusing them. Like, it's a weird thing that everybody kind of overlooks because it's a fun game. So, it's always been kind of weird to me, and that's not how the game looks. Okay,
that's like early.
Yeah, that's somebody's prototype or print and play. Yeah, I don't know why they do that, and I wish there was a way to only see real game photos or something.
I know.
But anyway, yeah, that's
it's a great game. I like the game.
Yeah.
You haven't played, Mike?
Sorry to bring it down. It's not that.
No, I played it. I wouldn't classify it as an unusual theme.
Ooh.
I mean, with what you're going with here, maybe not.
With anything, I don't look at Euphoria and think, wow, that's an unusual theme. Like, it just.
I think it's because, like I said, the theme doesn't punch through so much that you think about the theme constantly.
Sure,
but when you do think about the theme, you're like, this is weird.
Sure. I can see it. I wouldn't think of it that way. Right, because playing a game, you suspend your belief on certain things. So if the game is asking you to believe that you can treat workers a certain way, then that's the game. I don't know if that's the theme. I don't know. That interesting.
I think we have a different definition of unusual.
Sure.
To me, it's unusual. It's like if there aren't several games about that theme, it's unusual.
Yeah.
Like if there's only one game about a certain theme, then that's unusual.
Yeah.
I would also argue that so far, both of your choices, Ryan and Mike, you picked unusual games. Like, not just the theme is unusual, but the game itself is unusual, which, thumbs up, good picks. But I was going with normal game type. But
yeah, that's good.
I mean, I would definitely play the one that Ryan mentioned. The blasphemy.
Not the one that Mike mentioned?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, let's do number 4. Ryan?
I should have ended with blasphemy. That's what I should have done.
It's all downhill from there.
It's all downhill. I just I should have mic dropped the end. Yeah, the end. Anyway, this one, I don't know if it's making noise. It's called Los Monfos.
What the fuck?
Man.
German game. I have owned this game. This is actually the 3rd copy I've owned because I would play this with my kids, and they've gone through a lot of it. So when I go to Essen, I find it was a Kinderspiel des Jahres nominee winner. I can't tell. 2006. So in Los Monfos, it's kind of it's a memory game. So you have these little donkeys. Yes, the donkey poop game, and
but
they
those are
eat
so
these
cute.
they eat these little biscuits, and you put them in their mouth like this, and you have to. It's a memory game, so they're different color biscuits. So there's red, orange, and so my kids love this game because it's like a memory game. And then when you're trying to guess what colors are in there, you lift up the tail, and
Oh my god!
they poop out.
Yep, I remember
that's-
seeing that. Yep.
And that's how you reveal what colors were correctly placed in the donkey.
I feel like I need that. I definitely need that game.
Yeah, for sure. I love Zoc games. The Zoc games are great.
Yeah.
I will look for one in Germany for you, Katia, and we'll.
I feel like I really need to add pooping donkeys to my
the poopy donkeys to your game collection. But it's a good game. Yeah, you do the colors, and they go on the tiles, and
so you can replace those with little spree candies.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
or Pez,
or as Canadians, Smarties. But
Ooh.
yeah, taking out my Canadian candy knowledge. So that's it's a fun game for kids and adults. And I've owned many copies of it because donkeys get lost and pieces get lost. So I keep acquiring some. But yeah, that's Los Monfos.
we have Smarties too.
Oh, they're totally different.
Oh, okay. They're not the long
Smarties.
tube.
No, they're not. No, Smarties are different in Canada.
They got different smarts.
They got better Smarties.
Yes.
I like Smarties.
Yes.
Katia.
I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna follow Ryan in whatever he leads with. I'm just gonna follow that. So I'm gonna keep it with the animal theme. I'm actually gonna say Camel Up because the first time that I had heard about that game and the way that it plays and how you stack the camels, I thought, like, who would have thought to make a game about camel racing of all things? So yeah, that's my pick. It's a great game. It's fun.
It's a great game.
It's full of just, blind betting. Basically, you're guessing ahead of time and you're stacking up camels and trying to screw each other. So what's not to love?
Is it?
It looks like the camels are playing the game I mentioned earlier.
Pardon? Yeah.
Looks like, yeah.
They're just missing the balloon. Or,
Yeah, just needs the balloon again. Yep.
That's after the balloon has popped.
Yep.
See, it's all tying together.
It is.
It's a very popular game as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It definitely it got so popular that they re-released it with a better pyramid because I think people played it so much that everybody broke their original cardboard pyramid that came with the game.
Yeah, the pictures Chris are showing, that is a much better version than the one I own. So
yeah, I've got the first version too. The second version has all this cool. Well, I don't know if that's
little palm tree. Yeah, yeah.
Is that in the second one, the palm tree too?
I'm not sure if the second version has it.
A lot of people have the palm tree.
Yeah, I'm
Looks
not
like
too
it.
sure. Because they've released a few and like some expansions as well, so I don't know. It looks like maybe it does, but yeah.
Now, everyone knows they re-released that game just to clarify the actual title of the game.
That too, because we called it Camel Cup.
Yeah.
I don't know why people call it Camel Cup. On the back of the box and then the rules it says Camel Up.
Mm-hmm.
There's no confusion.
It was my nieces who were calling it Camel Cup, so I called it Camel Cup.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's the second edition art, though. The first edition,
right?
You could argue that
it
was
ambiguous, but yeah.
Yeah, the logo was just bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, there you go. Palm tree.
Oh, palm trees pop up from the board.
Oh, like those books.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
Mike?
Who peaked too early? What was this about?
Oh, that was about the
Oh,
blasphemy.
blasphemy.
Oh, got it. Ryan peaked too early. I got it. Got it.
Right, that too. Yeah, the word cup totally made sense.
Yeah.
In
Mike,
that,
but
yeah,
it says on
absolutely.
the back of the box what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, who reads the back of the box?
Maybe it was a typo on the back of the box. You don't know.
And the rules.
So,
Correct.
Michael.
I'm gonna one up your racing game.
Okay.
There's
Go
a
for
game by the Lamont brothers called Savannah Tales.
Okay.
Savannah is with two N's.
With
Ends
two
with an
N's.
H. Helping out Chris with the spelling.
Tails.
Tails, like
There we go.
an animal
That
tail.
one?
Yeah, it's ostrich racing.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So the ostrich, it's a racing game, and you're riding on ostriches. But there are like cheetahs and crocodiles that want to eat your ostrich. There are elephants that get in the way. So yeah, I thought that although racing games are not unusual, I think that theme of ostrich racing
Yep.
was.
Nice. Oh my God, that's a great costume.
These little things make me think of Joust.
Yeah. Yep.
The only
How
thing
weird.
is, for me,
Oh.
because I'm a Final Fantasy fan. If I played this, I would feel like they had to be chocobos instead of
Chocobos,
ostriches.
yep.
That was
For sure.
Yeah. There needs to be a chocobo game out there. Just
There
like
should be.
a good one.
So yeah, I've talked about the Lamont brothers before. We've shown Katia's game of gnomes.
Oh yeah, it's right. Oh, it's hidden, but it's right there behind
We've talked about Spellbound. They did Poseidon's Kingdom, Dragon Scroll. All of their games were tremendously unique in component as well as theme. But yeah, I think this one was for a racing game genre to ride ostriches. Like there's bikes and Formula One cars or whatever, but for this, I thought it was unusual to be riding ostriches.
I thought you would have picked. I thought you would have picked Antler Island from the Lamont.
I didn't not think about it. I thought this one was a little bit, I don't know, more unusual. Although Antler Island, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'd heard of like one game and I thought it wasn't good, but if there are chocobo meeples out there, I need that. I definitely need that in my life.
Okay.
Cool. Ostriches.
Well, I will bring it back to a game that people have played.
Again, the title is not 5 unusual games we've played.
Mike and I are just,
Yep. The lists are everywhere. Someone's going to get use out of some of this one way or the other, right? Yeah.
But it's not like these are games you should have on your shelves or anything. These are 5 unusual games. Themes.
We're not going to keep arguing that right now.
Yeah.
We're just
Okay, so mine is smartphone.
Yeah, that is an unusual.
It's not a funny theme, but it is an unusual theme to have a smartphone company. And I don't know, have either one of you played this game?
No, I have not.
Not yet.
And
Ryan,
this
you have?
deserves to be on a top 5 game.
it's a very good game.
I'm not saying it's not a good game. I've heard great things about it. I don't. What makes it unusual?
The theme.
The theme.
The theme is unusual. The gameplay is not unusual. And to be fair, you said there's lots of racing games.
Yeah.
It's just the theme of the racing game that made it unusual. There's lots of economic games, but the theme of running a smartphone company is unusual.
I would agree with you there. Just like I think the game's called High Rise. It was by TNG. It's kind of you're building that's like a businessy skyscraper. Like there's not a lot of real world thematic kind of games, I guess you could say. So I would see how this is unusual.
Well, and also I mean, I was actually very surprised that they made such a boring sounding concept a fun game and actually nice to look at. So,
Yeah, it's funny because when it came out, so I remember the Gen Con that it was like the buzz that was that game.
Yep.
And I remember thinking to myself, like, why would I want to play that?
yeah.
Because
I know.
the game
Like Mike's face
definitely,
now?
like you said, it doesn't sound interesting.
Yeah, I had to be convinced to play it,
Yeah,
even though I like economic games. So, yeah.
I could see that. Cool.
So, sorry, it's not people screwing on top of balloons, Mike.
I'm not.
I see your face. I see your disapproving face.
On the unusual theme. I don't see this as an unusual theme. Like, you're running a company. The company has to be. It's smartphones. Like, it's a tech company, right? It's not. You're not running. I don't know. Replace smartphones with something that you wouldn't think. Like, I would think if there was an economic game about running a company, that smartphone would be a smart pick for it, not an unusual pick for it.
But I think
You're not pumping balloons in the game. It's the theme.
I think like Katia, unusual for me went more towards the unique versus the ridiculous.
it's
Okay.
not economic set in medieval times or economic set in a fantasy realm. It's taking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There's not a lot of modern.
Usually different though.
What was that?
Anyways.
I think unique and unusual are different. I wouldn't put them
They
as
are
the
two different words, yeah.
right, but
So
you
it's
just
weird.
your
So
thought
it's
about
weird
it.
and unusual.
Are we breaking the show? Is the show going to be?
No. If the more we gripe, the more fun it is.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
All right.
Okay.
So
Ryan.
You're number 3.
Mine. It's a little more mainstream. So that would be Gloom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember this is the second edition that I'm holding in hand, but I remember the first time I was introduced to this, and it's so dependent, in my personal opinion, on who you're playing with, but to develop the story. So in Gloom, you have a family, and you are trying to play. I'm probably butchering how it's played, but you are building a story on top of their clear cards where you're laying on top, and you're trying to put horrible events on your own family members while playing positive events on other players' family members. And the object is to get your families, each character so depressed, for lack of a better term, or so miserable that you off them, and with negative points. You want negative points in this game. So as Chris is showing there with some of those images, they kind of overlay. And the fun of the game comes from telling the story. So not just playing. If you play it very mechanical, it will not be entertaining. But if you're playing it telling a story, like if I'm playing a card, I'm on a Katia's characters, I'm like, your character got married, congratulations, your character did this. Or if I'm playing a horrible event on mine, I can say what kind of tell a story behind the horrible event as I play it. That's where I think the game really shines, is some role playing, so to speak, and that kind of engagement. And there's a lot of different expansions. Haven't kept up with all of them, but it's very. I do have a funny story with this. My son, who I talked about earlier, would receive treatments at the Children's Hospital. Back then, it was every 2 weeks, and this was a game we took down and played in the hospital. And I remember one of the nurses was attending to him, checking blood pressure and stuff, and she's listening to us play this, and she just said, "What are you playing?" Like, because we're just being this so like horribly sad, and like your character's doing this because they're this and this and this. But yeah, serious gamers probably not. Yeah, like someone made the comment there, but
this is the first game I ever saw the transparent cards with.
Yeah, it's very clever.
Yeah. Cool. Good pick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Katia?
So you actually kind of like you made me think of something.
Dan's comment.
Uncle Sudan.
Uncle Stu.
That was good. That was good.
You're welcome.
Okay, so my next one is also odd. It's guillotine.
I almost put that on the list. The piss
You
boy.
are
The piss
chopping
boy.
people's heads off.
Mhm.
How more fucked up can you get? Yeah. That was actually like one of my first games that I played in like my return to gaming, and I had so much fun with it. I find it's very approachable and it's comical. The artwork is great, and yeah, the fact that it even comes with the little guillotine.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I thought that is definitely an unusual themed game.
That was one of my first games as well. One of the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
yeah.
always laughed. Yeah, the piss boy. Yeah.
Yeah, the characters and the stuff that they do, like they really did a good job at keeping it funny, and yeah, it's a good one.
It is a good one. Have you played it, Mike? Chris?
No, I haven't played it.
Long time ago, but yeah, it's a good pick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good one.
All right, Mike.
I think I have a copy. I might have to get a new copy of that.
To not play.
I
No,
think you have one in the QSCon library.
I think so. I think I just saw when I was at the storage unit. I think it's in the small box games that goes on the big table of small games. So I think so. The older version, the tall box, right? Like brown,
Yeah.
tall. Yeah. I think I have it. That's good. Good pick.
Thanks.
All right, where am I going? I did this one.
To number 3.
They're not in any order. You know that.
I thought you said you were doing them in backwards order of BGG ranking.
Yeah, I saw what you guys were doing, and I abandoned that.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna pull. Oh man, I could go back to that though. Yeah, you're gonna pull. I think this is gonna be our overlap. All right, I'm gonna go with Holding On.
Yeah. I knew somebody was gonna bring it up, but I wouldn't play that.
I thought about that one too.
I thought about that as well, but I've never played it, so I didn't. I was only putting ones I've played. So
It's unique in its mechanisms. The story is you're basically in a hospital. You're rocking nurses and the manager of the nurses for the day, and this Billy Kerr comes in, and you know nothing about them. You don't know the next of kin. You don't know anything, and you're trying to basically just keep him happy while things are happening, and you're connecting memories, and the way they do the memories in the game is really cool. But one of the highlights for me, the nurses, they're just pawns in the game, like standard looking, pawns. But they end up with this ring. It looks like a life raft that you put on them that ends up being their stress level. And if they get too stressed because of what's going on in the game, they have to take a rest. And it really brings out, just like that, when you're playing the game, it really brings out the stress that they would be having while they're tending to their patient, basically. It's really, really interesting. Definitely not a jovial, fun, happy game, but
No.
it's pretty. What they do in the game is pretty cool.
Is it a one-time play because you reveal too much about? Okay, that's a
Yeah.
legacy. It's in its
For the most part, yeah. So in the classroom for the game design, we got 3 copies for each of the classes. So if somebody was playing it as part of the project or as part of their research, when you put it away, you can put it away in such a way that you can take out those cards and lay it out again and pick up, which is smart. But if somebody else got to it, they'd fuck the whole thing up. So we had one for each block. So if there was a team that was playing with it, they could just play it and not worry about anything getting messed up. Because you don't want to see certain things throughout the game because it'll reveal too much shit. So, but very clever in how they portrayed the theme of the game, which I don't think is in any other. I haven't played a game that has this level of theme. So,
who makes it?
I think it's Hub, or it was.
Okay.
I don't know if they still have it. I'm pretty sure it was Hub.
Hub, yeah.
Yeah. Did they do anything else in that line, or kind of using the same mechanisms that game uses for something else? Or
not that I know of.
There's another one where someone's in a coma too, right? Though, I mean, not by the
are you thinking of Coma Ward?
Yeah.
Coma Notes?
Was there another one?
There's a few. And I don't know how they play. They might do the same thing, but I think the stress on the nurses in this one was a highlight for me. Not that I want nurses to be stressed. That sounds weird. I mean, in the game, the mechanism. But the way that you do the memories and you're trying to connect the memories with the thread, because each memory has a thread. And I think there's 5 different threads that you're trying to connect. But there's like foggy memories and clear memories. And you're starting to get this picture of who he was and what his life, like it was clever. Very clever.
Wow. Yeah, just not very jovial.
No, it's got it's a heavy theme. It's got a lot of really cool, from a game design perspective, it's got a lot of really cool mechanisms that I haven't seen in other games. Maybe I just haven't played them. I just haven't seen them. But yeah, it's a pretty heavy theme.
Very nice. My number 3. It's a little bit lighter than someone dying.
Yeah, Mike, that was
again. The theme doesn't say the name of our episode doesn't say anything about games without people dying, and you don't know if they die. We don't know the story.
That's a good pick. It's a good pick.
Guess it's time to drink.
Mine is Galaxy Trucker.
I almost put that on my list.
Oh, good. One you won't give me a face for.
No, I'll still give you a face because I don't know if that's a good unusual.
The reason why it's on there is because the actual theme is that this is all made out of sewer pipes and stuff, and that you are bringing sewer systems to other planets and colonies. And so the way to get sewer systems there is to make them work like a spaceship, and then you have to race for some reason to get there first. Like, it just, none of it really makes sense, but it's all fun to play anyway. So
is that really the theme for real? Like sewer systems?
Yeah.
I played this since the first edition. I had no clue that was what I was doing. I thought I was just building a ship.
Yeah, it's why there's all these pipes and stuff. And,
well, yeah, but I just thought it was like junk.
Yeah, it does say junkyard, but you're pulling sewer pieces out of it, and then, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you could read it on the thing right here. It's
that's interesting.
a galaxy far, far away. They need sewer systems too. So everyone builds. Yeah. So it basically, made from sewer pipes.
I never knew that.
It's just really weird. But the game works and it's great and fun. The only problem is that, so like Aaron and I would play this game quite a bit. And then by the time we brought it to our game group, we knew every piece and moved so fast because it's real time whenever you build your ship that we just blew away. We blew them away completely, and then nobody wants to play it with you. So you have to kind of like all grow up with it together. Otherwise, new people to it are just going to be left way behind. But, I don't know how you undo that in some games. So
yeah,
no, it's terraforming Mars.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Cool.
It's
a good one.
All right. So
Good pick,
now,
Chris. Good pick, Chris. Yay.
Yay.
How do I mute you? Hold on.
Yeah, you can just bounce me from the room.
Yeah.
Surprised I'm still here. Really.
Well, you have control as well, so it wouldn't be that much helpful. You'd just be right.
No, I'll
back.
just keep popping in, but I'm surprised you haven't booted me yet.
All right.
He's
What's
never-
our number 2?
Oh, well,
Oh wow.
Wow, we're already to 2.
Yeah.
No
So speaking of sewer systems, there's poo. Chris,
There's a lot of feces in your choices tonight, Ryan.
what? Just the donkey one, and now poo, the card game. Poo. So you are monkeys flinging poo at each other in this card game.
Of course you are.
The big one, see the big one. You've got not in the face.
Wow.
Oh my God. Upgraded bits. Love it.
Upgrade. Oh yeah.
Or
See?
downgraded bits.
Down-
Depending on
King Kong poo, right?
Oh.
See, look how happy that family was. You just glossed by it. They're enjoying flinging poo at each other. Like,
Yep.
This game is a lot of fun, and I had Katia's. You're making me laugh. Maybe there are upgraded bits on Etsy. I'm afraid to type into Etsy poo, but
But now, no, but realistically, you want that upgraded poo now.
yeah, I saw that. I was like, huh, might take it to the next
Like, look at
level.
that.
those right there.
That is
Yeah.
cute poo.
It is.
Should make them out of chocolate so that you
Yeah.
can eat them.
The Hershey Kisses.
They make unicorn poo and it's rainbow. With sparkles on it.
See, poo is a lot of fun.
Apparently.
Apparently.
But Mike, when we're together next, you're playing this.
I'm in.
And Los Monfos, just all the poop games.
I'm in.
So then I should bring Dungeon Pets because there's
Yeah.
also poo you have to clean up in that game.
Yep.
Yes.
New theme for CoosCon.
Yeah.
All poo related games. Great.
Yeah.
It's poo night.
It's a silly light card game, and I mean, I remember playing this with my kids as well because
It is unusual.
I'm childish, and yeah, those are Minecraft poos. But
What's the animal that is it? Is it koalas or something like that?
No, but yeah, I remember somebody.
Wallabies?
No,
Wombat.
the-
Wombat.
Wombat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wombat.
yeah, the square poo.
They poop in cubes.
Square
Yep. There's actually a game
From-
called Wombat Rescue, and as you're going through, the wombats leaving poop, and the poop are cubes.
Cute.
That was from.
Have you
Eagle,
ever
I believe,
played?
yeah.
While we're on poo,
Marina.
have you ever played Eat Poo, You Cat?
Yes. Eat
So
poop,
it's
you cat.
It's illustrations,
Yeah.
but it's like old version of it, where like you write a sentence, you pass the thing, somebody draws what the sentence is, then they fold the sentence and pass the picture, and someone has to write what's in the picture, and then you fold the picture, and someone has to draw what's in the sentence,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
when you get,
Like
so it's not really a game, but
I
In
had
fact-
a version of Cranium that was like that. It was called Cranium Scribblish, and it was exactly that. You just folded back and forth like the sentence, and you passed it around, and yeah.
it's illustrations does that with the flip over. I think is it a
Yeah.
flip over binder or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Before illustrations, we would play Eat Poop, You Cat, and called it that before back then.
Huh.
So you just pens and a piece of the paper,
Yep. There are a
Very
lot
nice.
of related games.
There are. But
That
I
wasn't
have
on purpose, Chris. Next time Mike's like, let's have Ryan on the show. Chris like, how dare you? Not even. He's gonna figure out a way.
Your list is very entertaining. That's the whole point.
Really unusual.
Very.
I still like the first one. You should have left that for last.
I know.
All right, Katia.
My next one. Okay, so there might be an overlap with Michael here.
I guarantee you. I have it marked. This is going to be the
You
one.
have it?
If that's the one yep, it's possible.
Is it the one we talked about this morning? In the chat? Oh, maybe not.
No. Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring up, and I've played it with Michael in Syracuse. It was Goryo.
Oh, yeah, no.
Brought it up before, but the theme is very unusual. It's about this spirit cat that is trying to knock off these artifacts in the room, and the opponent plays as four samurai, and you're trying to catch the cat.
Goryo.
Pardon?
He needs spelling help.
Oh, G-O-R. Yeah,
There
there
you
you go.
Oh yeah, you brought this up, Mike.
Yes, and then
Another-
you're basically so the one person who's playing the cat, you have like your screen, and you're drawing your pattern, like where you're stepping and what you're going to knock off, and then the samurais are trying to catch you, or So it's the theme. It struck me as very unusual, and the game is really, really fun.
But where's the poop?
There is no poop.
Speaking of knockoff,
poop.
no, the game is great. The game is super fun.
It's really good, and it came out like 3 years ago, but we just saw it. Was it Origins that you got your copy? Yeah,
Yep.
But it's been out for a while. But it's it's really, really cool. Very cool game.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you to whoever made me go through their family trip photos.
This is a good one. It's a 2-player only. It's got hidden programming. You're basically trying to trap the spirit before multiple ways that they can win. It's really, you're controlling all 4 samurai. It's really, really clever. The art is beautiful. The components are great.
Oh, there's the poop.
It's not. Those are action cubes, I believe, but
they are.
It actually plays quite similarly to Mind Management, the newer game. Like oddly very similar. It's one of those where it's like, but I think the theme of this one is a lot more unusual, and I like 2-player games, so I thought that was really fun.
This one came out before?
This one came out in 2019. But yeah, I played Mind Management yesterday, and I was like, holy crap, that is like a lot like this game. Both fun, though. Both fun. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I love the art.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very well done. And it's surprisingly thinky, too, because you have a certain amount of action cubes you can use, and your control, if you're the samurai player trying to stop the artifacts from getting broken, or trying to, to win, you can only activate each samurai up to 3 times, and they can only move up to twice in the same action. So it feels very restrictive. And it, again, and when we talked about this, I compare it to Mr. Jack in Feeling Alone. When you play as the spirit, as the Goryo, and you're playing as the samurai, it feels completely different, just like Mr. Jack and the sheriffs. It's really, really clever game.
I have never heard of this.
It's pretty, like, it's not very well known, but it's really good. It's really, really good. So that was my number 4 or number 2.
So Mike, what was it that you thought you were going to cross over with?
I can just drop that one next, I guess.
Yeah.
Bloody Inn.
Oh, well, because I brought it up last week. I know. I was like, Yeah. But 100% agree with you, because it's in my honorable mentions here. But
oh, those honorable mentions.
Bloody
Inn. We've talked about it before, but basically you're burying bodies for other people to get caught. Like, they're coming to the hotel, the inn, you're killing them. Cops are going to come, and you don't want to get caught with the dead bodies. That is an unusual theme. I don't know what it is.
As you do.
Fantastic game. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's great. It's got an expansion, which we've already talked about. I haven't played with. The arts, I mean, just look at it. It's
weird.
Great
Very
game.
unusual.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
You played it, Ryan?
No, I want to play it because
we should totally play that.
Yeah, the theme intrigued me, so I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, we should.
Unusual, some would say.
Yes.
Unusual.
I'd agree.
Yeah, it's good. We've talked about it before on other shows. It's hit some of our top lists in the past. So.
Oh, great.
Very nice. All right. Well, my number 2, I wasn't sure if I was going to put this up here because farming is not unusual, but farming peppers is. So let me get the face from Mike. Give me the face. Yeah, the disapproval. So you are farming peppers only on Scoville.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get wow, that's weird. That's not what that looks like. And you're trying to make the hottest recipe, the hottest peppered recipe, like you're trying to crossbreed peppers and stuff. So it doesn't follow like typical farming stuff because you're actually, I wish people would stop putting print and play crap on here. Someday I'll get to that.
Great.
There we go.
There you go. The board's awesome. The peppers are great.
Yeah. So you're actually like moving around, and as you move around, you get to plant. You get to plant things that are next to other colors. So if you do a blue pepper to red pepper, you can make a purple pepper, stuff like that. And then the ones that go up higher and higher in different colors, and you get to white and black. They're even hotter, ghost peppers and stuff like that. So pepper farming.
I like it. It's a fun game.
I picked the most unusual farming. Well, not the most, but at least one that I've played that I enjoy.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. That's what it looks
You like it, Mike? Have you two played it, Katia and Mike? Yeah.
I've never played it.
It's a good one.
Ghost peppers aren't even that hot anymore.
That's somebody that's probably done the one chip challenge right there. That's
I will never, ever, ever have a ghost pepper anything again.
Again?
Ever. I did one.
I think we heard your story at the gathering.
Never.
You did? You tried it, Mike?
I was in tears when you told that story.
I still every now and then I still wake up in the middle of the night nervous.
Are you haunted by the ghost pepper?
On the show, or did I say it in person? I said it in person.
Yeah, it was in person.
So I'm in Wisconsin visiting a friend, and we're at a bar, and they're known for their wings, and they were stellar. They were great. And my friend, idiot, decided to order 4 ghost pepper wings, one for each of us that were there. His son, his friend, himself, and me. And the guy comes out with 4 of them on a plate in fucking latex gloves. And we were like, what the hell with the gloves? He's like, I don't want to touch that. And we're like, all right, well, this is going to go downhill. So you take a bite and it sucked. It absolutely sucked. So his son licked it, couldn't eat it. I finished mine only because my friend said he would eat his son's if I finished mine. So he had to end up having 2. The next day we were going to the Badgers game. We couldn't sleep. Like, it stings in. It's absolute fire on the way out. And there's nothing you can fucking do about it. There's nothing. Like, it hurts and you're crying and whatever. But, like, after that, you're fucked. You're absolutely screwed from there out. And all night, it was like half an hour, every half an hour. It was horrific. Yes. But light that on fire and have it coming out.
So you became very religious that night. You were saying all kinds of prayers.
I'm staying at his house. I'm on the top floor where like the kids' rooms are. He's in his own room going through the same shit. We were going to the Badgers. I hope Brad's watching. We're going to the Badgers game, and he still wasn't done with everything. We stopped at a Taco Bell on the way. As soon as he walked into the Taco Bell, a bus came with a whole bunch of people for like a piss break. He's like, I couldn't even, like, there's people knocking on the door. It was horrible. The whole experience was horrible. I'll never, ever do it again. I'm glad I can say I did it. I'll never do it again.
You should do this.
Oh my gosh.
Wing roulette.
Oh, wow.
No.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That's dangerous. That is dangerous.
You've been around me enough when I eat spicy food. I just sweat like no other. It doesn't even have to be that spicy, and I just sweat.
I wouldn't mind the sweat. I wouldn't mind the pain. Like I was crying, and I had a little bit and touched my face, and my face was on fire. Like, this hurt. Could you imagine? It was awful. It was so awful.
And that was one.
One.
Two. I thought you did two.
No,
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 your
Fred
friend had
did
to
too. Yeah, he did.
Your
Fred
friend
did
had
too.
to.
Yeah, 'cause
Probably
he's
the
the
one
idiot.
who had to stop more often.
Because I took a bite of it and I was like, okay, I ate a ghost pepper. Like I took a bite of a ghost pepper wing. I'm good. And he's like, if you finish it, I'll eat this one. And I'm like, well, you're going to eat two. Sure, I'm going to do it. I shouldn't have done it. It was so bad. There was nothing you can do about it. There's zero you can drink milk, right? And the pain in your mouth goes away. But for hours, that other pain doesn't go away.
We're gonna find some at the next convention we're at, Mike. We're gonna do this.
Nope. You can. I'm not. I'll watch. I'll tape it.
We'll do it before you drive home.
We'll do a live show of you eating them. Nope.
And before Katia flies home, we're just gonna have a joint, you know.
Oh God, it was awful.
I'm not taking part in this. Mm-mm.
It was so bad.
Right before you get on the plane home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the Carolina Reaper. I couldn't even. That's what, like 72 million times hotter than the Ghost? No way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't do those. I crushed Frank De Lorenzo and I ate some very spicy wings at my first gathering at the airport. And he sweats like I do, and his face gets red like I do, and we leveled up and ate some very hot ones, and that was not good. Like, if any time I thought I would be pulled off the plane, because here I am coming onto a plane, red face and sweating. I'm like, this doesn't look great. Like, I'm just like, look like I'm guilty of something.
Yeah.
It's like just hair's all wet, and I'm just like wiping my face. Like,
yeah, it's such an uncomfortable. Like, I get what Bai's saying, right? The honey is great, milk is good, but that's to help your mouth. Like, that's not helping anything else that's going on.
I love.
I mean, I can't say I tried it. I don't. Maybe it does. But huh?
I said I love how we kept the poo discussion going, even with the story.
Let's see if we have any under number one.
Gosh.
It was so brutal, man. I mean, I could throw a number one in there that has something to do with it. Honestly,
Mine doesn't. But
my last one does not either.
Okay. Let's hear it, Ryan.
Well, okay. So throughout this list, I've pivoted for my number one. I've made a pivot. I'm not going with what I have prepared, but I am going with one. I don't know how unusual it is. That's what I've been weighing. So, but it is a game that's good. So, like, well, Swampos is good, but so this game is called. I guess it's unusual. Yeah, it is unusual. It's called My Favorite Things. This one I don't think has ever been released in the US. Lincoln of Board Game Geek, Lincoln, at an Essen years ago, came away and said, they're selling My Favorite Things over there at that booth. And I said, what are you talking about? He's like, just buy it. Just go over there and ask for it and buy it. And I'm glad I did. It is very... it's unusual in the sense of how it plays. So it's a trick taker party game. So it's very unusual. And I played this recently at, we have a local convention called SaltCon, and they did a SaltCon end of summer. So I actually brought this and had to relearn it because it had been years since I played this game. But what you're doing is, I can just explain it. So if the four of us were playing, I would give Katia, if she was sitting next to me, I would give her a theme, like say her top five Star Wars movies or top 5 Marvel movies. And she would have 6 blank cards. So she'd write her top 5. We do 5 being the best or 1 being the best. And then she'd write her worst. So if it were Star Wars, she'd write her 5 favorite Star Wars movies, ranking them, and then her worst one. And then she puts them in sleeves with those numbers behind them. So you're actually re-sleeving that card that you see there with a number. And then she would hand that back to me. once everyone has done that, and it could be any theme. The theme doesn't go for everyone. You basically write the theme and hand it to the next player. So Chris could write whatever he wanted for Mike, and Mike would have to rank them and hand them back to him as his hand of cards. So then after that, then we play a trick-taking game just based off of those answers. And you're trying to win trumps. So, but 0, their worst, trumps a 5, which would be, that's the way we play it, 5 being their best. I don't know if I'm making sense. So if I know Katia really hates this Star Wars movie, and I'm pretty sure this is her 0, I would play it out trying to from the, yeah. So it's kind of, it's a party trick-taking game. We actually ended up playing it several times that weekend and had a real blast with it, because you kind of have to know people at the table, but also people that were there, we kind of learned about them. And I like it because you can really expand on whatever you want to ask. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to go after dark version with this, go after dark version with this. If you want to stick it clean, then you can go clean. And depending on how
Mike, this seems like your nightmare game.
No, actually, have you ever played this?
No.
Private. Oh, yeah. I remember.
I thought, Ryan, you might have played it at the gathering.
I have not.
Oh, God, yeah. It's similar to, it's not a trick-taking game at all, but it's that kind of game where you learn a lot about people and you talk about After Dark.
Definitely.
Good.
Huh. I haven't. By the way, everything you showed me at the gathering last year, I purchased. So
nice.
Thanks for that.
Yep, you're welcome.
But I will. I have my favorite things. I pivoted and I went with actually a game that's worth playing. I won't reveal what my number 1 was, but
you can, because everyone else on the show does honorable mentions this year. So
yeah.
Okay, this year. Because this game, I don't know when this thing came out, and it came in one of the the Pooh comes in one of these little. Well, I don't know why they put card games in these kind of boxes. So it came in one of those, and I ended up putting it in an acrylic because those boxes don't last. So this game is called Scavenger Hunt. And you're playing different African animals fighting over bits of other animals, trying to gain points. So, for example, you have Hippo business end, Hippo party end.
Oh my God.
And Mike's just covering his face. You have
why would you think we wouldn't want to play this?
Neck. You have snake shed, if you want to eat snake shed.
I don't know what's going on here.
Desiccated water buffalo.
Oh my God.
Giraffe body. Gristle.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Not a vegetarian.
Unidentified intestine. Bits of scruff. So then you're also playing event cards on each other. So you have, you have to watch out for poachers. Sometimes you get double kills. Sometimes you have freak of nature cards. Oh no, there's maggots, so you get negative points.
Wow. No, that's definitely your number 1.
Yeah.
That is definitely unusual in theme.
That is unusual.
Gruesome accident. So anyway.
And what is it? A deck builder? What kind of game?
No, it's just there's not much game. You're just collecting points off of these cards. It's one of those you shuffle it and play cards to try to hurt other players. You put the animals that you're hunting out in the middle, and you're trying to claim them, and it's. I mean, game wise, don't run out and buy. I don't even know if it's published anymore. It probably isn't. It's so old.
You know what year?
Let me look at the.
So you just basically said that it's probably out of print, and now Michael's going to want to go and buy that.
I can't find it in here.
It's not on BGG, huh?
Well, I checked the 1983, the
2005. 2005.
All right. Look,
there's the rule.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
They don't even have a cover of the box, do they? No, they have the back of the box.
There are 4 pictures.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe I should add more to the.
Yeah, you can add some pictures.
Get some geek gold there.
Yeah. Huh. That's wild.
Oof.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite
Oh.
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's good.
party.
That's,
I pivoted. I went with
that's a good honorable mention.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
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 So,
Nice.
I
All right.
Wow.
hold on. I'm all of a sudden like drawing a blank. What did I have? Oh, right. My last one is actually a really good game. It's a worker placement, and it's called Last Will.
Yep.
You are trying to spend all of your money in the game. You basically get rid of your inheritance, if I recall correctly. You're trying to get yourself as much in debt as you can by doing frivolous activities and purchasing houses and reselling them at a loss. It makes no sense, but it's fun.
Yeah.
You
It's like a Brewster's Millions thing. You're trying to
Brewster's
get rid of your money.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
There
yeah, I thought that was an unusual theme, and it's a really good worker placement game. So
Yeah, I had this as an honorable mention actually. So
There
we
you
kind of
go.
have a crossover.
it's a good game. I really like the theme. When I first heard about that before playing it, I wanted it just because of the theme.
yeah.
There's another one in the same universe. What's it called? I can't remember.
Foreclosure?
No, it's not foreclosure. I don't think so. Anyway, I think it starts with. Excuse me.
Best.
I think it starts with a P. Anyway, it kind of it takes this as part of it, and then it adds a bunch more stuff on it to
Okay.
kind of elevate the theme even more of like, trying to do crazy stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And then my honorable mention. I mean, I've talked about the game a ton, but like genotype, like growing the P thing, that's obvious. But the other one that I want to mention.
So just 2 mentions then? 2 honorable mentions?
No, like I'm not elaborating on genotype because I've talked about it a million times. But the other one is a game by.
Yes, thank you. That is at Prodigals Club.
Thank you, Ben.
Okay. The other game is called Endangered Orphans of Condyle Cove.
What?
Yeah,
Now we're talking.
It's you're playing as orphans and you're trying not to die.
What? Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
The worst part is like the art of the game is amazing. Like it's so cute. Because the artist is really, really talented. But yeah, you're basically playing as orphans that are bound to die.
Oh, look at that. Is that part of the game that
I don't know if the big monster. I don't think so.
No, that thing. It didn't look like it. Not that I have anyway. Those are really
played this?
Huh?
I have not played it, but it's been on my wish list for a long time. I just have not gotten my hands on it.
It was a Kickstarter years ago.
Yeah, it's the same people that did the
Certifiable, right?
Yes, Certifiable Studio. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I kind of like that's kind of like a Tim Burton look.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what I've gotten from this list is that I don't play a lot of weird games.
But yes, so that was my honorable mention.
Gotta start playing them, Chris.
Seriously. When I was going through my list, Bloody Inn was the lowest at 752. Everything else was north of 1,000.
Oh, yeah. You got to play the weird ones.
Yeah. Which says something about the top 1,000 on BGG is they're not unusually themed. Although Smartphone Inc. is high up and Camel Up is high up, but my list was not high up.
Right.
So what do you have for your last one?
I really want to keep it with the Pooh theme.
Okay.
Whoa. if you're gonna end if you're gonna end yours on the poo theme, then let me do mine, and then you can just end it with the poo theme. All right? Because mine's gonna go real fast and out of the way.
Well, then do yours, and then I'll talk.
I want to end it with whatever weird crap you got going on.
I'm not. My actual it's a unusual theme, but it's a really good game. But I had a couple other.
We'll stay in the same row then. Go ahead.
All right. So I know I've talked about it before, and I've kept to my 5 for every list, but this one got me going with themes, and there's 2 I'd like to mention.
Go for it.
Go for
One is Tapeworm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that
one. On BG.
All one word.
Tapeworm. Yep. It's just
That
a card laying game in the like Saboteur or Bandito, and you're just rocking tapeworms trying to get the longest. Something with the colors. There's points to give for the longest colors and stuff, but basically you're just dropping cards to try and elongate the tapeworm.
Is this like a cat tapeworm?
Yeah.
It's like Adventure Time art.
Yeah.
Do they have a board game for Adventure Time?
They do. They have Card Wars. I don't know if they have any other ones.
Yeah, I know they have a card thing and stuff. I mean, like a real game.
Oh.
All right.
So
tapeworm.
Yep, that was just a quick one. There's one that's actually really fun to play, more family weight, called Leo, Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It was nominated Kinderspiel a couple years ago. Yep.
So basically his mane is too big and he needs a haircut. So you're trying to go through and get to the end, which is, and then they have a piece. One of the, you might be able to see it. Nah, it's down there on the right. Yeah. So you can see Leo is on the left there, and you're putting his mane together in like puzzle pieces. I don't know. It was cute. It's a cute game. We played it years ago at Dice Tower Con. But I just thought it was unusual because you're trying to get a lion a haircut.
Yeah. It's actually a very fun game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Worth looking into. Seriously, tapeworm, whatever. Worth looking into that game. But my number one, and Leo is 2867. My number one is 3131, and it's Spinderella.
Very good. That's a Zoc game.
It is.
Also nominated Kinderspiel as well. Yep. Wow, you're hitting them.
This game is, if you haven't played it, you're playing on your turn. You're trying to get your ants, which are on the lower level, through the trail to the end, and you have 3 ants, and the first one to do the 3 wins. But on not your turn, you get to move the spiders, and the spiders are connected with a string. And as you move one spider closer to the other spider, that spider drops down, and you're trying to get the other people's ants. You can protect them with a stump that you actually put over the ants. But you're playing. It's definitely unusual, but it was clever.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's funny. Magnets at the bottom?
Yeah, the spiders have a magnet. And then when you land on the ant, you get the ant, and then your ant is taken off the trail, and you got to start again. So it's a race to get all 3. First one to get all 3 ants to the end. Yeah.
That is
but strange. Then the way it's really clever, because the way that those top 2 spiders are spaced out in their maze or their locations will give you a certain amount of length on that string for the bottom spider. So like if that stump wasn't there in that picture, that red ant wouldn't get captured. But since the ant is there, or the stump is there, the ant lands on top of the stump, which brings him higher. So you don't need to have your spiders in the right or in the most maximum spot to get that ant. So you can, and it's all, I mean, you're rolling dice and you're moving, but you get to choose which ants to move. You can move one at a time. You can move multiples. But yeah, I thought it was
roll and move on your list, huh?
It's a roll and choose. You choose to move, right? You're not stuck with one pawn moving at a time. You can move like that. You can move multiple ones, so you can split it up.
Yeah, we've talked about better forms of roll and move before. That would be one of them.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right. I already mentioned that Last Will was my what are we calling it? The
Honorable.
extra one, honorable mention. So my number one is Lanterns.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
This
Good one.
this one popped in my head because I got this early on where I started building my collection, kind of thing, really diving into other games and stuff, and it was the first time I ever thought or I got a game that I was really happy with that wasn't, guys on beaches storming this or dragons or, you know what I mean? I was just like, oh, really? You can make a game about just like happy little lanterns in the water? Like, it was the first time I ever saw a game for me that was like, I enjoyed it, and it's just about this kind of thing, something pretty, So this came to mind whenever we did unusual themes.
That's cool.
But yeah, I mean it's fairly simple. Everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people know it already. But you're matching colors and gaining cards, and then giving those cards for points for cards in. Yeah, these over here, different matches and stuff like that. It's very good. Very clean.
And this is one of my favorites, but it's got that mechanism that even though you're playing to benefit yourself, you're giving other people stuff in your play, right? The tile you drop down, the colors that's facing the other players, they get that color in a card form. So you got to watch what you're playing because you're helping other people. Like, you always want to benefit yourself, but you might be giving somebody that blue that they need to complete the whatever to get the 10 points. So
I will say that this is also the first game that made me as a designer realize that some games you have to realize the other players matter in this kind of game, right? Because if you're playing with somebody who just doesn't think about what they're giving other people, it's got a little bit of a king making if they're not paying attention, like an unintentional king making, right? Because you'd be like, all right, as long as this person doesn't get blue, I might have a chance of winning, and the person just goes bloop, and you're like, oh, you gave him a blue. Why'd you do that? Oh, I didn't think about it. That kind of thing. But you should play with players that think about it. You don't have to worry about it.
There's also a dice version. Is that correct?
There is.
I haven't played it.
Yes, I tried it. I demoed it.
Expansion for the base and a dice version.
Yeah, the dice version one is I don't think there's much player interaction from what I recall.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. I tried it at, I think it was Gen Con last year. I can't remember, but it didn't strike me as something I would want to play a ton.
Got an endorsement for you.
There you go.
Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
Nice.
It's funny because I look at the games that we mentioned, and they all seem to be like older games, and I'm surprised that none of us brought up that Turing Machine game that just came out.
Haven't played it.
I played it. I mean, it wasn't my thing, but the theme is definitely unusual.
I was definitely limited in this list by the fact that I was keeping with games that I've only played. And because I generally play medium light to heavier and not the lighter ones, like a lot of the ones that Mike picked were like Kinterspiel, right? Which I bet you if you look through that list, you'll get some really weird stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But I haven't played a lot of them. So I felt what's funny is I'm the one that suggested this, made a list, and Katia, you picked that one, and I was like, okay. And then I sat down, I was like, oh no, like I just couldn't, like nothing awesome like was popping in my head and stuff. So I had to actually go through BGG and look at my list of games that I've rated high and stuff, and going, okay, that one's weird. So that's why all of mine are not burst the bubble or burst the balloon type of games.
I really thought that Michael was going to bring up the game where you've mentioned it before. One person is the creature, like an octopus or something.
Oh, the big pink octopus thing that comes up? Like
no. It's
The not alone?
like basically in the game, you're having sex with this creature.
Oh,
What?
consentical.
What's it called?
Consentical.
Consentical. I was sure you were going to bring that up.
Yeah, I
Because
didn't.
that
I
is messed
honestly
up.
didn't even think about it when I picked. So I had 5 spots. One of them was a sex spot, and I picked the Kama Sutra one. I left the consentical. No,
Okay,
it's basically you're playing a character that's trying to basically have consensual sex with. I don't want to say
Tentacle monster.
it's some tentacled monster.
Yeah.
You don't talk. You can't talk because you don't understand each other. So you're trying to. It's like I don't know, Fog of Love, and then we held hands, but with
Just like.
yeah,
Just like it.
It's the same.
yeah. Didn't even think about that one.
Yeah, when you brought up the balloon one, the Kama Sutra, I thought that other one was going to be next, right?
No.
after.
No,
I
I
might have to look this up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's in BGG.
Definitely unusual.
Oh God.
Wow.
wow.
Okay, yeah, you win. Wow.
So I guess and last year when we first started doing this, I always said that when we do these top 5s, unless it's obvious, my number 1 will always be Arkham Horror because of its spot in my world, and Troubles because of what it did to us. But I have to mention Troubles as a unique theme, not in its worker placement and the bumping mechanism and the resource management, but you're basically getting these troubles and throwing them into the sun to get paid, which I think is very unusual. And it works really well in that game.
And there are space carrots.
There are space slugs. Yep.
Space slugs,
carrots.
space carrots. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, it fits within the theme of sci-fi, but like you're taking these things that you capture and literally going to the sun and pitching them into the sun to kill them. You get paid for their bounty, which I think it's smart. It works. Really, really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I got to mention that one. That has to be on there, right?
Yeah.
And it's such a weird game that some people put the box upside down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right
Yeah, I don't know
behind
why anybody would do that. Because clearly this is the way you put it. So if anyone does it other than this, it's upside down. So look at your shelf. If you have that box and it doesn't look like this, please correct it and put it this way.
Don't tell people to do that. This is live. I can't edit you out, can I?
I know.
No, you can't. We just got to put up with them. Let's.
Yeah, that's a good point. Unicorn is good.
Play
Alice is good too.
Yes, playing a game.
Let's play a game. I'm going to teach you. Green team wins.
There you go. See?
Which is kind of an unusual theme game. You're trying to be on the green team because green team wins. So I have made, basically, I will be keeping score here because I have the cards that have the scoring like tick boxes. So I basically, everybody's going to have this in front of me. Your name, and then
would it help if I did my own, or
it's up to you? I guess, but
I don't know what I'm doing, so
you don't worry about it. So everybody starts on the orange team.
So when you said I should have something to write with,
yes,
did you also mean that I should have something to write on?
Both.
Yes.
You need something to write on and with.
Right on your styrofoam.
Yeah, there you go, on your cup. Did you
Perfect.
add the goatee, by
During the game, we are going to go through 15 cards. They have questions that are like either or, fill in the blank, or something else. And every time that we get a question, we write our answer, and you're trying to match somebody else at least. You're trying to be part of the majority. So you're trying to duplicate answers, basically.
You want to match.
You want to match. So you
I
want
want to
come up with
match.
the thing that is the most obvious, or that you think other people are going to write as well. And whoever is part of the majority.
Why is he?
I don't understand what just happened. Did we
I don't
lose?
either.
Oh, I almost lost my drink. At least 5 times today, Chris has put up a comment right after I put up a comment. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Not only
You've done
I
it to
did
me
see it
before.
twice. I thought we were just saying goodnight twice to him.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea. But
You've
anyway,
done it to me before too.
Chris doesn't listen to me, and clearly he doesn't watch what I do either. So it
I
just.
was just reading paper.
I
Can
know.
I,
you
Can
both
I
should be listening to the instructions, because I'm
No,
not going to play the game
this
twice.
Were
is
you
what I
telling
love.
the instructions already?
This is like real life. When Katia is really trying to explain a game, when we're all together in person, this is what happens.
Yep.
Like, it just manifests itself on this
We're
as well.
supposed to match people. Is that right?
Yes, you want to match people.
Oh,
When you do that, so now you're going to find out how you score. So pay attention.
Do you have wine? Because you'll probably need it.
I seriously do not want wine right now. So when you match people, when you're part of the majority, you're going to get 2 points if you're already on the green team. Just stop. Oh my God, just stop.
I'm 10 years old. Sorry.
No, it's not you, Ryan. It's
No,
you over there.
I just keep laughing.
Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done. So I'm gonna waste my explanations. This is like a game that should have taken 2 seconds to explain. Do you realize?
Okay.
I know what's going on. Let's do it.
No, you don't.
we want to match. It's 2 points, right?
If you were already on the green team, if you were on the orange team and now you're gaining, basically you're being part of the majority, then you're going to get 1 point. And if you remain on the orange team because you didn't get majority, you get no points. So the goal is you're trying to be part of the green team as long as you can, because it's 2 points every time. Versus if at some point you lose that and then you have to regain it, it's only 1 point.
Right.
That's the gist of the game.
Real quick.
None of us get any points with question 1. We're only going to get points from question 2 on if we stay in the majority.
Correct.
On the green team.
Yes. So you get 2 points if you stay on the green team.
Right.
At some point you might lose, but then you could come back on the green team.
Right. Yep. Okay.
I'm addressing Dan's comment. Yes, I went to Rammstein this weekend in San Antonio. I took my son. We went and saw him Saturday night. It's one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. It was incredible. My hearing is 80% back. It was gone. But if you ever can see Rammstein, whether you're a fan of the music or not, go.
Interesting.
They're quite entertaining.
So there you go.
Anyway.
All right. First question. Fill in the blank.
Wait, are we all filling in the blank?
Yes. Oh my God. We're all answering the same question.
And I'm trying to guess what everyone else is guessing.
Yes. We're all trying to put the same thing.
We all want to match. You're playing as well, yes?
Yes, I'm playing.
Okay.
So car blank.
Oh man.
What are you going to put down?
Car.
Well, just read your Discord. You'll see what I'm putting down.
Don't give hints.
I'm not doing that.
Car blank.
All right.
I'm in.
What did everybody write?
We're all in?
Oh, you have monstrosity. Why didn't I just do what you did, Mike?
Keys.
I don't know, Ryan.
Car battery.
No, car keys is good. All right. So what happens when none of us get the right answer?
Okay, so then we stay. We're all on the orange team, and nobody gets points yet.
Looks like Mike was with 2 in the chat.
Hey, Jeremy and Andrew. Thank you, buddy.
No, you don't get points, Michael. No, not after what just happened 5 minutes ago. No, you don't.
So we all get nothing.
We all get nothing. We have
So
to
we're
do
all
better.
winning and losing at the same time.
Yes.
We're all going to get nothing for the next 14 questions. So get ready.
No. This is why. Is because they bring in things like this. So this will help.
Okay.
This is a this or that.
Oh.
Wintertime foods or summertime foods?
Oh, somebody. Oh.
What's the difference?
Oh, there's a big
There's
difference,
a
man.
difference.
Yeah.
Okay, Texas doesn't have seasons.
Okay.
It's just hot.
So
This is
like,
like-
so you don't eat like stew in the wintertime?
Yeah, at any time.
No, in the
Anytime.
summertime.
What?
You eat stew in the summer?
No, in the wintertime. Oh no, but he says they eat anything anytime.
Yeah,
So
everything.
They're gonna have to just make it up.
Yeah, Chris, this is like Katia getting the Massachusetts governor from the 80s question.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Fair enough.
wintertime or summertime foods?
Also, you got a 50-50 shot of matching one of us to get some points. Or no points, just to get to the green team.
Right.
Then maybe get points.
So
Ryan, still
Okay.
Ryan?
Summertime.
Look, and there's a
summertime.
cocktail,
Everybody
cocktail.
moves on to the green team. All right.
So, what are some examples of summertime food?
What?
Well, like you're not grilling
Bar-
a steak in January in Syracuse, New York, right? You're going
Right.
to freeze your ass off on the deck. So steaks would be summer, stews would be winter.
And
because you
this
want
is blasphemous.
in soup, right?
Gotcha.
Blasphemous
You
to
rarely
Chris, but
eat
barbecue
stew.
is summertime. But barbecue's year round for Chris. But
Right.
Yeah.
barbecue.
I mean, Texas anyway, but
What would be wintertime for you, Chris?
Yeah.
Not months, food, I mean.
I mean, you mean not? Yeah, that's what I'm saying is we don't really have
But like
seasons here. So
at Christmas, do you eat turkey?
Yeah.
Do you eat turkey in the summer? Like
well, that's a holiday thing. That's not a seasonal thing.
it's winter time.
Yeah, but if Christmas, you know what? If we have a Thanksgiving in June or a Christmas in July, you'll eat the turkey then too.
I guess. Okay, so everybody's on the green team. So now you want to stay on the green team to get your 2 points.
Okay.
Best of 3. What's the ultimate piece of playground equipment? Is it swings, monkey bars, or a slide?
Oh.
That's a good question.
So I'm not
Right.
guessing my own. I'm trying to figure out.
You're trying to think, what are we?
I've been hurt on all 3 of these.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. What does everybody have? Shit.
monkey bars.
Woo! Oh, so Ryan and I stay on the green team.
Jesus, you're all wrong. You're all
What?
wrong. Look at these answers. You're all wrong.
So Ryan,
You should be playing with them.
2 points. I get 2 points, and you guys go back to the orange team.
It's a slide,
Better,
man.
better color anyway.
A slide.
Yeah, but you do it once or twice, you're good. You can be on a swing for a while.
It's true.
So
Monkey bars, you might
I almost did swing.
I personally would have picked swing, but I thought of my audience, and I thought you would have more fun on a slide. So that was my reasoning behind it. But I personally would prefer the swing.
I think swings get boring after a while. Monkey bars, you can hang upside down. You can crawl over to the other part. Yeah.
I can swing for like an hour. Like that's
Monkey bars are like exercise. I mean, who wants to do that? So
I agree.
I was thinking as a kid. Yeah.
Slides in the summer in shorts suck.
There's that.
I don't
what
know.
is that?
Fill in the blank.
Oh, they're awful.
Fire.
Oh,
Not
I
that
thought
easy.
of. Has everyone written down something?
Yes.
I was
No.
going to say. Oh,
All right.
Oh.
I thought of the song like as fire starter. That's what
Mm.
I thought of originally, but
Firecracker.
Fireworks.
Fire truck.
Oh.
boom, boom, boom.
Well done.
Yeah, maybe
Well
we
done.
should hide the comments because I did see fire truck before I wrote my answer.
Uh-oh.
But Doesn't
I
matter.
write mine down, then look up. So
Yeah. I don't think the comments matter.
So Ryan got.
they've been more wrong than right.
Incorrect. They've been more right than wrong.
They matched you.
woman.
Michael
But
gets a
you
point,
didn't get a
and I
point.
go back to the orange team.
I
And-
don't get a point. I was on the orange team.
But you just got turned to green team. You just rejoined green team because you and Ryan matched. So you
Right.
just got a
And
point.
I've been on green team, right?
So
He gets 2 points.
Ryan got 2 points because he's
Got it.
just been staying on the green team.
How many of these are we doing?
There's
All of
50
them.
stories altogether.
Oh, okay.
All right, next question. This or that? Doing a little dance after bowling a strike, or doing a little dance after getting a hole-in-one at mini golf?
An easy one.
All right.
Ready?
The bourbon's helping.
This is good.
Strike.
Oh, Ryan. No. Okay.
What happens here?
So what? Yeah, what happens now?
Hold on a sec. I'm pretty sure everybody gets the points.
What?
Hold on a second. If it's
Bowling.
the determining the winning answer. So if exactly half the players wrote one, the other half wrote another, the green team wins. Oh, so it would be you guys.
And
Ryan
Mike knew I was
and-
going to write that. Mike knew it.
Ooh.
Ryan and Michael stay on the green team. They both get 2 points.
Right,
Boo.
Mike?
Nothing.
Well
You
done.
knew that's
Yeah.
what I was going to write.
Absolutely. Also, I just did that recently, so
The comments side with bowling.
Yeah, bowling is way better. Okay.
Ah.
Fill in the blank. Blank street.
Man.
Oh,
Yeah, what are you
Mike,
doing?
Mike.
I don't know this one, Ryan.
Yeah.
Don't
Ryan,
bank.
you don't want to keep Mike along because he's the one who could catch up to you. So now you want to team up with someone else.
Yeah, you want to kick them out.
Just saying.
No, if we stay on the green team the entire time and constantly get points, Ryan's ahead of me. Ryan wins.
Yeah,
Yes.
but if he gets kicked
But
out,
if he
and
at some
you
point
win,
gets, yeah.
Sure.
All right, we good?
No.
oh man, a lot
Blank
of good
street.
comments.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, the Elm Street's a good one.
Ow.
Yeah, I didn't even think of Elm Street.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
that's good. And some other good ones in here too. Baker, Easy,
Oh,
Jump,
Easy Street. Oh, Andrew. That's what I first thought of, Andrew.
Backstreet's Back.
So everybody gets
That's
back to the
amazing.
orange team.
So they're all orange.
Yep.
Welcome to the best team.
Oh, Scott
There we
had, Sesame, Mike.
Yeah, I see it. It was the right answer. I don't know where you guys were on that one.
Hey, Elm's pretty good.
Elm was
Main
good.
Street. Elm
Elm-
was good.
Yeah, Elm was good.
Elm was legit.
I was just making sure, but yes. So now we're all back on orange. Next
Perfect.
question. Best of 3. What's the easiest job on a news team? Is it sports, traffic, or weather?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
That was not. Okay.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Weather.
Fuck. Damn it.
Woo!
Chris and
Nice.
Ryan.
What-
rejoin
weather,
the
yeah.
team.
Because they could just make it up and nobody cares if they're wrong.
And
If you're
right,
wrong
right.
about traffic, people yell at you like, "Oh,
or
you
the news,
said-"
right? Because in news
Right.
they have to recant. Whether you could say whatever you want and just be like, "Oops, sorry, I don't know."
Yeah, but
whether you gotta
is
like
already done for you.
Yeah, but you got to watch sports.
You don't though. You can just look up who won the game tonight and realize that the Eagles probably beat the shit out of the Vikings. Like you don't need to watch it. You can just this is the score. Yay.
like for
And
me
that-
it's like whether you have to like point and be accurate on the map that they have in the background. That's not like
Yeah,
that's
you
like
just-
that would be
yeah, that's fun. That's the fun part.
That's the fun part, but you can be
But
wrong.
yeah, but it still seems
I've
more
seen
challenging
video of
than
people bringing their kids on and the kid doing it and stuff.
Hmm.
Like it's just a game.
what kind of news you guys have in the US.
Not good.
100% accurate.
Okay,
Kevin.
this or that. Drink water out of a hose or drink water from your cupped hands.
Easy.
Hmm. I don't like this one.
This question should be: do you want to get sick or do you not want to get sick?
What?
Ready?
There's a nostalgia factor
Hose?
here.
Hose?
Why would you do that? It's so
Why would you do it out of your hands?
Okay, Mike, I agree with you, but I thought I needed to match
Oh,
other
yeah.
people who were going to do the hose.
For sure. So
I
get
thought you
1
were all
point
smarter
because I
than that,
joined
though.
the team.
I grew up in an industry town where this was like
God, I'm not
not a
savage.
good idea.
I know,
Chris and
but
Ryan, you both get 2 points.
but you
I
do
got
the
1
thing,
point.
and I've done this to clean off the hose. You pick it up the hose when you turn it on, then you just take your hand and put it over it and wash the out. That was like the way.
If the hose is out in the sun, you're drinking hot fucking water. Like this.
You let it get cold. I'm not an animal. You let it get cold.
Yeah, let it run.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
turn the
nice-
faucet
a
on,
nice-
drink, you're
A
done.
nice rusty hose.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's how we
Yeah.
grew up.
Look.
You got to let it run for a while to get all the brown out.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm not saying I haven't done it. I'm saying I would
Cupped hands.
choose. Yeah, just put the hands under the faucet and drink.
You get more water this way out of the hose than just like.
Ryan, it wasn't how do you get more water from a hose or your hands. It was what would you rather drink from?
Yeah.
I just
No.
know I'm walking away with refreshed, and you're still over there with your hands.
Sure. I like it over here with my hands.
Nope.
Oh, best of 3.
Nope.
Cheers.
Best of 3. Which
Yes.
continent has the best animals? Africa, Asia, or Australia?
Ugh.
Are we talking the business end of a hippo or the party
It
end?
just says best animals.
Well done.
That's a throwback joke. Okay.
That was good. It came full circle. Oh man, that's a tough one.
Ready?
Mhm.
Yep.
Marsupials for the win. Come on. What?
Oh, Chris.
Nice. Giraffes, man.
And Chris goes
What?
back to
Kangaroos. Koala
Chris.
bears.
How many
Koalas.
How many Disney movies have been made out of Australia besides Finding Nemo? Right.
Square
All of them
poop?
are Africa. Square
Okay.
poop. That is true.
Here's a
I
quick.
do give you koala. Koala would have tipped the scales, but they're way cooler.
Kangaroos?
Lions,
Okay.
elephants.
Yeah,
We
lions
each
everywhere.
have 6 cards left. And the score currently, Ryan is sitting at 12 points.
Jeez.
I have 6. Michael, you're at 5, and Chris, you're at 4. And as of right now, Chris is the only orange player.
Crikey!
Too soon.
Throwback
Ryan.
joke. Yeah, too soon.
This or that. Meet your great 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 grandparents in the past, or meet your great 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 grandchildren in the future.
That's a good one.
Ready?
Yep. Grandchildren.
You all went future?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
You can answer.
Yeah.
That's in the past.
No way. I don't want to know how fucked up things are in the future.
Oh, but we know how sad they were in the past.
Right, but like I'd still like to know the history of like the family and stuff. I don't want to know how bad shit got after I'm gone. I'd rather know.
Yeah, but it's not talking about like it's just meeting people.
Sure.
My great grandparents were like Romani gypsies. Like they're just gonna like play music and get drunk. Like,
So just like that.
Sounds
Chris
awesome.
and Michael
I want to meet your great grandparents.
I want to know stuff about like what's happening in the future and all that stuff.
All right, best of 3. Which fruit goes best on oatmeal?
Oh, I'm gonna write it down before you even.
So there are bananas, blueberries, or strawberries. I can't stand oatmeal, so I don't even know what people put in there.
I grew up with that stuff. And malto meal.
I don't think
Chris probably had grits. You probably are a grits person.
Oh, I hate grits.
What?
Really? Oh, I love grits.
Can't stand it. Nope.
No, for me that's oatmeal. That's the.
I'm not crazy about oatmeal either, but I used to have it, but only if you put a whole bunch of sugar on it.
Ready?
Yep.
Is it bananas that people?
Bananas.
Hey!
Bananas.
Nice.
Bananas.
Yes, we finally lost Ryan.
Because it goes well with cinnamon, actually. You put some cinnamon with banana on there.
Yeah,
All right. Michael, you
Oh,
rejoined the green team. Chris and I, we get 2 points. And
Cream of
Ryan,
wheat, please. Yeah, I've had a lot of cream
Ryan
of
just
wheat.
got knocked down a peg.
Okay. Right, he
Okay.
has a couple pegs to spare.
Actually, I'm only 4 points away from Ryan. So I'm hoping that
Because you're keeping score, that's why.
Away from you.
Right? This is Chris point rules. That's what it is.
Oh, I got the look.
You could rewatch the episode and double check my point scores and
like bananas?
fill in the blank.
Some people are allergic.
Blank party.
I have to think of what you're gonna.
Yeah.
What popped in my head is not gonna be in anybody else's head.
Yeah, that's right.
Just read the back of this. It's right there.
Okay.
Oh.
I saw the comment.
Okay.
Not a drink.
All right.
Oh my.
After
Yeah, that would have been a good answer to put.
birthday is really good. Yeah.
That would have been a good answer if we were smart.
House party, costume
my God.
party.
So
Hey, that means the
everybody
green.
goes back to orange.
Oh,
Wow.
that's right.
Birthday was the winner. Why I didn't think of
party
that.
was good.
Yeah, birthday makes sense. I thought sexy party because I had Stewie from Family Guy say it in my head whenever it popped up. So. But I really liked this answer. That was funny.
Sausage.
Good answers. Yeah.
Okay, best of 3. Who would make the best boyfriend? Frankenstein, the Wolfman, or Dracula?
What? This is like fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Dracula.
Yeah, we
Everybody
are
on
the
the
green
green
team.
Dracula's sexy, man.
He's good
Depending on the
looking.
version.
He bites you once and you live forever, right? The Wolfman, you don't know what you're gonna get.
All versions. Name a version that isn't sexy.
It depends on the Wolfman version because there are
Yeah.
immortal wolf people.
Yeah, but they
Teen
don't
Wolf, like Michael J. Fox.
Yeah,
Sure.
you get bit by a werewolf, you become a werewolf.
But werewolves
Bram
are
Stoker?
hairy. Nobody wants a hairy guy.
Some people, I don't know.
Great. So this is now turned into team left screen, team right screen.
And Frankenstein, he just he doesn't communicate well. He just like you don't know what
Horrible communicator.
How was work today? I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Like,
Great
you
for
can't
helping
talk
you
to
move,
someone
though.
that. Like,
Wrong.
I can't even understand you. You're sitting there with bolts in your head. You're not doing anything. You just stand there with your arms out. Like, give me a hug. You're just like this.
No, I don't want to hug Frankenstein. Arm my
And the hairy, the Wolfman, you're always like, can you shave my back? Like, again, we did this yesterday. Like,
yeah. Dracula was the right answer.
It made sense that it was Dracula.
What I find
And then-
disturbing is that these scenarios have gone through Ryan's head, what seems like in the past.
yeah.
Because they were right there.
Dracula-
He put a lot of thought into it.
You have the best space with Dracula because he can't deal with the sun. So you want space? I'm going to Florida, baby. Oh wait, you can't come? I'm sorry.
It's true.
Oh my god.
Man, you're already anticipating relationship
It's not
issues
going well.
with your
Oh,
boyfriend
that's-
Dracula.
That's a great point. Go back to that card.
Okay, but I know they said
Yeah,
Frankenstein,
everybody
but
knows
you know
what
what they
was
mean. You know what they
Yeah.
mean.
That's
All right.
That's one of those. I forget what the word is, but that's one of those things that once it becomes used incorrectly long enough that
Yeah.
it's like people saying literally incorrectly.
Fill in
Or
the
like
blank.
hot dog isn't a sandwich.
Hot dog is a sandwich.
Yeah, it's
It
a
is.
sandwich.
Right. It's like those people that say, I could care less. That,
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
that.
if you could care less, then care less. Like, then you mean you couldn't care less.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fill in the blank.
Well, I mean,
And there's a lot of answers to this. Wow.
yeah, this one, I'm gonna hedge my bets against somebody in the room here.
What?
I'm gonna erase my answer based on somebody in the room here.
Hey, no. All right.
Irregardless is also
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, irregardless is acceptable though. Irregardless
No,
and
that's-
regardless work.
Okay,
a
ready?
Matt, please forgive my drawing here.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
supposed to be bad, but-
I went with you on that one, Ryan, because of the concert you went to.
So Michael gets 2 points. Ryan gets 2 points. I get 2 points. And Chris, we lose you to the orange team.
Aww.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is a fun game.
It's fitting that I stick with the orange team, I guess.
Last
And
card.
the Woodford
This
Reserves.
one's worth 50 points if I match everybody.
You're drinking
That was
Woodford?
impressive.
Woodford
Sir,
Double
that-
Oaked.
Nice.
It's one of my top 5 bourbons, but that's for another show.
Here. I'm empty, so if you can put some in
Oh,
here.
here they go.
Thank you.
Oh, you just dripped it all over me, man. All right, this or that. Local ice cream places or local pizza places?
Hmm.
Wow, that's a good one.
Well,
My
I don't care about
pizza.
matching you, so I'm just going to put what I would say.
Wait, does the pizza place serve Carolina Reaper wings?
Fuck that.
All right.
They have ghost pepper ice cream. Like, it's ugh. Boom.
Yeah, I knew you guys would do pizza because you can't do ice cream all year round, but we can. So
But savory over sweet, man.
You
Yeah,
also wanted to end on the orange team. Don't lie.
that's true. Well, I already knew that I lost, no matter what happened.
Ooh,
No.
pizza here sucks. Where are they from?
Jeremy's in Syracuse. There's not many places.
In New York, the pizza sucks.
We're not in New York City, Ryan.
I know that, but I thought like
There's apparently also a state called New York.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that, but I would figure there's still a large Italian community throughout the state.
There is, but there's not. When you have good pizza, you're not having.
And there's a college there or a university that would,
which means the pizza doesn't really have to be good.
Yeah.
So Ryan is our winner.
Oh wow, Ryan, good job.
Crushed it.
What do I get?
Ryan
One of
was
Mike's
ice
unplayed
cream,
games?
But I thought then more people were going to go pizza. But
You
I
get
would
all
pick ice
of
cream.
Mike's unplayed games.
Here, green team wins. Not all.
As of a year ago, I kept track of all my unplayed games on a geek list so I could keep track of it. And I was 17 pages long.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a lot.
awful.
That is a lot.
And then I like that it's a public geek list, right? So people would make comments like, because some people would subscribe to it and just see me adding to it. And they're like, you're not taking anything off of this. Like, I know. Sorry.
You should tell them, oh, is that how it's supposed to work? I thought it was just supposed to make it longer.
Can you have a private geek list?
Yeah, you can.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure you can have a private geek list. You can publish it.
Yeah.
If only
Yeah.
someone was in listening who could answer that question.
If we can have a private geek list or not.
Yeah. I think.
'Cause I was just thinking earlier.
Well, I
to
made it
put my
public
top 100
because
on there.
people in my game group, when they would say, what games do you want to play? I would send them the link to that geek list. Or like, if they're like, like something off of this. Oh, cool.
There you go.
There you
So
go.
that was the best way I could keep track because, like Mike, there's so many games that.
Green screen. I don't know what you're talking about. That's why I can't change this, Chris. It's not real.
Right.
It's not real.
Yeah,
But
I was thinking about doing a geek list of my top 100, but I didn't want to share it because I want to get it all fixed first and then
Oh,
share.
you can do that too. You can.
Oh, okay.
You can
No,
decide
it's
when
not
to
that.
publish it.
No, we
not
need
yet.
to do a Essen thing.
Why don't
Essen's,
we do it next Monday?
I said 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Week
3
week after QSCon.
Yeah, we should do what's coming up. Yeah, next week should be a good one.
So there's real. I don't know. Maybe this is an Essen topic, but I don't know if I should go there. But there's real concern because a lot of the airports over there are having staffing issues. Like the Amsterdam airport months ago had luggage. Like if you check bags, you're not going to get them. So there's a real concern about. So I'm thinking, can I only just bring a carry-on? Because anything I check coming back may not ever see the light of day. However, I've heard mixed. I've heard people say, don't check back. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Is Elf Creek going to have a booth or anything like that there?
They are. Hall 4, I-1110. How's that for a plug?
Wow, that's very specific.
No, not going to BGG Con.
This is the first year that I'm probably not. It was just a weird. Usually, I go on. I get my tickets through publishers I'm working with, but there was weird hiccups in the middle. Obviously, since I had changes over, and now I don't think that's happening. So. Yeah, it's weird. I usually go to BGG Con every year. In fact, I tell everybody it's my vacation one because I work at all the other cons, right? But that one I don't work. I just play games. It's my
Because you're in Dallas. Yeah.
I'm in Houston, so it's 4.5 hour drive, but at least it's a drive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is totally different. But yeah, I feel bad because I'm missing it, unfortunately. But
Matt said the first year I go.
yeah,
Oh, he's going to BGG. Matt is. Huh?
Yes, so.
I know. When I heard that you were
Yes.
going, Matt, I was like, really? Like, yeah. I know. Who knows? I mean, like I said, it's 4.5 hours, so
It's worth it, man. It's a Wednesday to Sunday. It's a long,
Oh yeah, I love it.
Good.
I don't. Well, whenever I looked into it after I realized I wasn't going to be able to get in there through a publisher, it was already like normal things sold out. The whole hotel sold out, all that stuff. And if you don't stay at the hotel that it's at, it's like it's okay if you drive because you have your own car, but it's still not the same thing.
But there's venues outside of the Regency that are fairly close.
I'm also traveling a lot this year more than I usually do, and so I'm just like it's going to be. I'll feel bad in November whenever I don't get to go.
Well, there's also a geek list you can subscribe to that if people bail, they'll post their rooms.
I heard that. Yeah.
Oh,
room's getting added. There you go.
So
Chris,
Still a possibility.
you have a car, you can also sleep in that car.
I never have an excuse with Alan here because he is.
So Ryan, Alan is coming to QSCon from Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Right.
Way to go, Alan.
Yeah.
Right?
That's pretty cool.
It's going to be awesome.
Has he been hit with the recent weather? Is he must be okay? Down that way?
I don't know.
don't know.
Is it in? I didn't think it was in Costa Rica, but.
Oh, was it in Costa Rica? Maybe it's not in Costa Rica. Never mind. Ignore me, Alan.
Don't listen to Ryan. He's not a weatherman. He does sports.
No.
Yeah, he
See, and I don't have to be accountable. I can just say, "Oh, I was wrong."
Here. Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
that's funny.
We can we can head to the Batcave and.
Yeah, so link for our Discord is in the description if you want to come talk to us, hang out and stuff after show. Just
please
come
like
to
and
the
subscribe.
42. Yes, please like and subscribe. There we go.
Oh, okay, Dan. Okay.
Raining horrible.
So he did get hit with weather. But
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, we all get weather, Ryan.
Well, I mean, it's not like Syracuse. Much worse than Syracuse.
No, I thought I thought I'd lose power tonight. There was severe thunderstorm that rolled through. They were calling for hail. I feel like it hit the tree outside. Like it was rocking. And the power lines around here are underground, so we almost never lose power. But I was like, yep, of course. On a Monday, that's when it would happen. So.
Right, because three of us are pretty weather safe. Chris has to deal with hurricanes too sometimes.
Yeah, but we know they're coming.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like I don't have to deal with earthquakes and stuff that you can't prepare, or even tornadoes, really, because we know when that stuff's going. You can leave the whole town if you want, So
yeah, be careful if it ever dips under freezing. Holy shit!
It's true. 2 days under freezing, the whole state I was like huddled up on the couch, just like freezing. We had no food, no drink or anything like that. Just
There was a BGG con, Scott would probably remember years ago, where it did the freezing thing, and I didn't realize how bad that was in Dallas. Like when I was at the airport, that was the fastest boarding I've ever seen. Like they got on the mic and they didn't even do boarding by sections. They just said, get on the plane because they're grounding flights. And so they just said, the faster you sit in your seat, the faster we can get out of here. Otherwise you're stranded. So they just got us off because it was freezing rain or whatever it was in Dallas. Like it was crazy. And some of my friends got stuck at BGG con. That was when it was at DFW, so they're there for a couple day or so dealing with that. But yeah, it's no joke. We don't have freezing rain here, so that was the first time I witnessed it. It was crazy. So, yeah.
All right. Well, on that happy note, we'll just. It got worse earlier. So it could have been. There you go.
I'm just gonna poop out some Marty's
donkeys. Come talk to us in Discord. Hang out with us. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, Ryan. I don't know if you're part of the Discord or the full. I know you're part of the QSCon. The full 42 one.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we go in the Batcave afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And we just chat.
Yeah, we talk more.
I can do that. I think that's where I was going to ask Star Wars questions to Chris that one time, but I didn't.
Yep, and then you totally bailed.
Star
I'm like,
Wars
Chris,
questions.
Ryan wants to ask a couple questions. Chris like, yeah, I love Star Wars questions. And then Ryan just ghosted.
Yeah. All right.
All right. We will see you guys in there.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone.
For watching.
Bye,
Ryan,
everyone.
thanks. It's always great seeing you, buddy.